I've been asked by several parents recently how to get started in speech therapy for their toddlers. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the two most common ways that parents find speech and language therapy resources for their toddlers. The first way has to do with finding speech therapy services through your insurance company. And the second way allows you to access speech therapy services for your toddler through your state's early intervention program. If your child has health insurance, accessing speech therapy services that are covered by your insurance company is a great option. There are a few steps to getting started. First, you'll need a doctor's referral for speech therapy for most insurance types. Once you have that doctor's referral, I always recommend families call the phone number on the back of your child's insurance company to confirm that they will pay for and cover the cost of the speech and language evaluation. I always think it's best to call ahead of time because there are other options if your insurance company is either not going to pay for the speech and language evaluation or speech therapy, or your copay is higher than what you're able to pay out of pocket. You may be able to go ahead and schedule an evaluation for your toddler as soon as your doctor makes the recommendation. The policies vary from center to center, so you'll have to call to check and see when you'll be able to schedule your toddler's speech and language evaluation. Again, I know being on the phone with insurance companies and medical providers is the absolute worst. I hate being on hold and having to wait, but it's definitely worth it in this case, as lots of times there's a long wait list for speech and language evaluations for toddlers, so you're going to want to be sure that you can get on that list as soon as possible. And let's be honest, waiting is the worst, especially if you're concerned about your child's speech and language development. I've worked with so many families who are in limbo from talking to their pediatrician and getting a referral for speech therapy to actually getting started with their speech therapy sessions. Investing time up front in practicing with speech and language skills at home can end up saving you time and money in the long run if your child requires less speech therapy as a result. I've included a link to our free Getting Started course if you're interested in practicing speech and language skills at home with your toddler in the notes below. The second way to find a speech therapist near you is to contact your state's early intervention program. These programs are available to everyone for free or sometimes a low cost. And the great news is that you don't need insurance or a doctor's referral in order to participate in these programs. This can be a great option if your child's pediatrician and you aren't on the same page, maybe you're concerned and they're not. Your child's insurance plan doesn't cover or covers a small amount of speech therapy, or if you want to take advantage of these amazing programs that are funded by your tax dollar. In order to get started, you'll need to find your state's early intervention program's phone number and contact information. I've included a link to the CDC website, which has a list of every state and the phone number to contact that state or territory's early intervention department. Early intervention includes speech therapy and all other supports, services, and classes provided to children under the age of 3 years old in order to support their development and meeting their milestones. When you call, you'll want to be sure that you express your concerns about your child's speech and language development and request a speech and language evaluation for your toddler. As I already mentioned, early intervention services are available only for children under the age of 3 or kids who are younger than 36 months. If your child is 3 years or older, not to worry, they can still access free services and free speech therapy, but rather than through an early intervention program, they're going to be getting those services through the public school system. In order to access speech therapy services through the public school district for your child who's 3 years or older, you can reach out to the administration at your neighborhood elementary school. And if they don't know about preschool speech therapy services or other services, you can always contact the Department of Special Education, which the speech therapy falls under that umbrella. So you'll be able to get the help and the support that you need to schedule your speech and language evaluation. Now you have 2 ways that you can find a speech therapist for your child near you. If you have any specific questions, please leave them in the comments below so I can answer them for you. Have a great day, and I hope to see you back again soon.